Sand kind of does nothing until 3. We're on the draw, so it's technically on 2. Play a tapped hollowed or hollowed fountain. Blood Crypt is the opposite of a hollowed fountain. Boros energy. Way up. We are gonna get hit by this Ragavan because we decided not to mulligan aggressively. Anti-Solve will show you a Trawler. Play an Agatha's. I mean, maybe this doesn't matter because we can block with the Matron next turn. Grab a Ringleader or a Mob. Let's see what they hit. Very interesting. I can blow up the Agathas. If they have another land, though, they might not want to sack it. Really tanking here. Kills the Agathas, goes to mine. Draw a... Let's play the Cavern Goblin. They're going to cast a Flage. They have 6 cards left in their hand. We can grab a Mob or a Ringleader. Or a Munitions Expert. Munitions can guaranteed be removal. I mean, so can Mob. Let's grab Mob. Over. I mean, that Agathos could have gotten really out of control if they hadn't top decked that Crater Maker. Now the question is, do they have removal? Because if they do, they will play a pretty good tempo plan. Like white? Flage, yep. This makes sense. They're tempoing me out really well. Capitalizing on the fact that I kept a pretty slow hand. Ooh, excuse me. Exile Munitions Expert. Yep. That would have been a good draw, but that's how it goes. They already played their land in the arena. Second Mob is really good. So we go Cavern on Goblin. Play the Skirk. Cast the Mob. Shoot these for the appropriate amounts. Pass it over. Next turn, we can either bog them or play another Mob, depending on what the situation dictates. Surveil land plus fetch land will give them... no. Fetch land next turn for another Surveil land will give them Flage, though. Bins the Ocelot Pride. Interesting. Casts Pyromancer. Pitches 2 cards. Ragavan and Static Prisoner both gone. So now I just cast this. And I bog them. That's fine. Do I want to sacrifice to play the Snoop? Yeah, because this trawler really doesn't do much. And I have a second one. Land on top, but that's fine. This at least gives us the potential to win next turn. Even a matron on top lets us win next turn. Another flage. Bombardment. So we are never going to win with this Snoop. That makes sense. I can respect it. Plays a guide. And a pride. Combat, they don't have enough to fly. They will attack, though. That's fine. Oh, they have the city's blessings, so they make double the clean answer to the board. To sacrifice this for a red. I guess. First, we'll just go and a red and a red. Play the smog mob. I would like to shoot these 2 tokens. In response, they're going to shoot the Skirk. And in response, I'm going to make a red. And then we're going to make a black, so that's okay. And that's also okay. And that's also okay. And then this fizzles because there's no valid targets. And then I can make another black and cast this trawler. And then I can bog them. And then I can pass. This trawler is not going to last very long. Ran our opponent out of resources. This is not an Ajani. This is probably the sequence if they drew a land, because they want to go sack the Seasoned Pyromancer to shoot you for 1, pay 5, make 2 Duncan. I mean, we die if we do that, because they throw it at us, puts us to 7, pay 5 mana, make 2 dudes, attack for 3, we'd be at 1. Whereas if we thought Seas were actually dead. So let's yield through the turn, pass it back. We die to 1 creature. They didn't sack, so we don't die to 1 creature. Very interesting here. Well, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Veil, I would like to put a Snoop on top. That's good. And I will yield. I believe I have died. I believe I have laughed and died. And every single night and day, I feel like I have died and gone away. Boros energy made me die. The Goblin Cannon is a way to die. Alright. Playing against Boros energy. Let's bring in the Mog Mob. The 4th Mog Mob. The 2 bolts. We can cut all the Thoughtseizes. The Munitions Expert. And the 2nd Agathas. We can trim Sting Scourger, Crater Maker. I guess Crater Maker. We can cut a Vial. Usually I bring in Chalice against them. I mean, if we're bringing Chalice and cut the Vials, I kind of like that. We only have one spell, and that's Bolt. And we can usually use Bolt before we play Chalice. And if we do draw bolts after we've Chaliced on one, we only have two of them, so it's not a lot of not a super huge amount of dead blocks or dead draws. I guess if we're playing Chalice, would I rather no? Because Bolt's a good efficient answer on the play and the draw. So this game we probably wouldn't need it. However, I think the following game we might. Yes, I would like to go first. And this time, we're not going to be keeping any sketchy hands. Okay, this hand's decent. 1, 2, 3. Let's try it out. Basic Mountain Pass. Go to their end step. That's fine. I can go Basic Mountain Crater Maker. They definitely have Galvanic. Do they just Surveil in response? Yeah, that's fine. They're trying to get the time equity, which I understand. I'm in the same boat. Voice of Victory is good. It does die to Bolt, which is very nice for me. Anti-Sobble. I would like to show you this Harbinger, but I would not like to play it. Instead, I would like to go Bolt, this Voice of Victory, play an Agatha's. I would like to eat the Voice of Victory to put a counter on my Crater Maker. And then I would like to swing. Now they go Flage on my Crater Maker. They said Exert. Season Pyro. Oh, Hasty Clarion Conqueror. Okay. In that case, we have to go Arena, Exert Arena, go red. Snoop. Mogmob's good. We get that next turn. But that dies to one removal spell. They're at 10, we're at 17. I don't think we... If they're sacrificing their Clarion Conqueror, that's totally fine. Enchantments, so their bombardment still works. There it is. That's why we did it. We can't play around anything, so we'll just do this. 3. Yes. Perfect. Now we'll play the Skirk. And there's a Harbinger on top. Cavern on Goblin. I mean, do we even need it? We eat their Clarion Conqueror. Put the counter on the Crater Maker. Four, 6. No, it doesn't work. But what we can do is go sack. Sack this. Sack this to itself, yes. Then we can go black, cast the Harbinger, and they won't. Usually we don't do what we're about to do, but we're going to put a Mogmob on top. 6, 10. Or we could put a Sungang. Yes. Put a Kiki-Jiki on top. Just do it the old-fashioned way. Tap to target. If they end up using a Galvanic Discharge on this, which they don't, then we're able to still be aggressive. Because the main game plan of this game was just attack. Shut down what they're doing and attack. I will say that the bolts have been very, very impressive out of the sideboard. I might even want a third bolt. Okay. Surveil and response. Bins a land. This is okay. Now I'm going to tap, target the Harbinger. Okay. Yes. I'd like to put a Mogmob on top. And then I would like to bolt you. And then I'd like to bolt you. And then I'd like to bolt you. Okay. Okay. 1-1 going into game 3. Definitely feel like bolt is better than file. Is Chalice good on the draw? Probably not. What would we rather have in the draw? Vial or Chalice? Probably Chalice. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Could bring in the Blood Moon. Try to shut off Rage. What answers do we have to Clarion Conquer? Not many. I mean, I guess it's munitions and bolt, right? But that's how we're gonna have to run it. Let's do it again. I believe in ourselves. I believe. Clarion Conquer is really good against us. It was very, very advantageous that we were able to race there. If we didn't have the opportunity to race, we'd be in a pretty tough spot. This hand's decent. We really need to draw a third land. Shock, play Ragavan. Guide, yep. Turn 1 guide. It's a legendary sequence. We would like to bolt this. Thank you. Pass it over to you. Get it out of here. Now they're gonna go land, play a Johnny. I haven't seen an Ajani all day. Come on. Johnny! Yep, don't play a Goblin Bombardment. Just play a Johnny. We don't have anything here. If they follow it up with a Goblin Bombardment, we're in really bad trouble. Go to the end step so I can surveil. So here's the thing. We used to play a Chain Whirler. We might actually go back to playing the Chain Whirler. Just because and it pings down a lot of 1/1s. The cool thing about Chain Whirler. The good thing about Chain Whirler is it cleans up an infinite number of cats. So if my opponent flips at a Johnny and they make a billion cats, but I top deck a Chain Whirler, I can get rid of all their cats. And if they choose to flip their Johnny, I can just attack it down and then it dies. Land on top. This is our 4th land. Actually, I no longer need your services. Okay. Chalice on 1. You're a little late. Buddy, bucko, pal. Do we just matron for a Mogmob? Clean up the board a bit. Can't even kill both of these with that. Let's go Annie's Hovel. Let's show you a matron, but play a Chalice. X is 1. This is where it would be nice to have like another action piece with this deck. If I had the opportunity to just get down like a brother sit out here, blow up their entire board. They stole the bolt, but that's It looks like now they're just on the straight beatdown plan. Just passing it over. We may have locked him out of playing spells. In that case, we can just go. Well, not that button. Matron. Yes, I would like to grab this Snoop. Do you do it the board first because we have a second matron? If I shoot their Ajani and their token, I can eat the guide. If we grab munitions expert, I can play it in double block. Snoop is a little bit vulnerable if I don't draw a fifth land. I think I have a lot of turns left. We can play removal first. They definitely have some number of flages in their hand. They have some number of 3-drops in their hand. So I think I just grab Snoop and we just pray. Wear Tear the Chalice at the end step. Untap, upkeep, go to their turn. Land. 3-drop. Matron's going to block the guide. I'll go to 7. Pride trigger. They do not have the city's blessing. Looks like they still have Galvanic up. Well, we came here to do one thing. Let's split the hasty mana to cast a hasty Snoop. I mean, that's like best case scenario. Because now if they kill the Snoop, we can hit some of their board. Do they have a bolt? Find out this time on Dragon Ball Me. Like, see how good Chain Whirler would be if I could just cast it here? They could be trying to pump fake me. They do have the Galvanic. Okay. So in that case, we're going to shoot the Ocelot Pride and the Guida Souls. No. I mean, one more creature lets them jump something. We could just hit all their cats. I know I'm drawing the Mog next turn. That's fine. They can flip the Ajani if they want. It's not a creature then. And they don't have a red permanent. They were going to be able to jump something with the energy that they get either way. Hey, appreciate you dropping in, Nari. How's your day going? Thank you so much for being here. We're playing Goblins versus Boros Energy. This is the first match of the day. So when this card enters, I get a trigger. I would like to use this. Oh, the spell fizzles. They don't get any energy. That's right. Although if they 0 and make a cat, they can still jump it first, dealing me 3 in the air. The Mog Mob doesn't kill the guide. The only thing that kills, because it's got 4 toughness. We'll put a Sting Scourger on top. Hell yeah. It's a good day to be playing some goblins. Let's go to combat. I don't think opponent like thought about this line, but I'm gonna attack the Ajani now. I put a Sting Scourger on top so I can reset their Guide of Souls. And then potentially I could kill the Ajani next turn. Oh, for sure, yeah. I mean, I'm sure then you've heard about the Boros Energy deck. I think that, like, you know, you kind of just got to pick your battles with Magic. And by pick your battles, I mean your formats, right? Like, what is it that makes you happy and stick to that? Because if you try to learn everything, it can be very overwhelming. For me, I'm able to play all the formats because I give myself the niche of goblins, right? If I wasn't playing just specifically goblins, then I think that I'd have a much more difficult time overall. They're going to play a Flage, and I'm going to die. That's not a Flage. That's not a Flage at all. Definitely. Started with Standard during Aether Drift. Oh, hell yeah. So a lot of people talk crap about Aether Drift. I really enjoyed it. And that's not just because they gave me playable goblins. But, yeah, it was a lot of fun. I think that it's so important. Oh, and that's a red permanent too. Good game. Good game, opponent. Well played. Really well played. They didn't even need to jump the Guide of Souls. Gotta text him. Gotta text him quick. GG's. Well played. And a 1. And a 2. And a 1, 2, 3. I disliked it, but after playing a lot of limited and paper, it's not a bad set. Yeah, I think that it's more important to, like, you know, do what you love, you know. Really, really good cards in the set too for utility. Yeah, oh my god. I remember when the set was coming out and I thought to myself, I'm like, okay, so this set is not going to build any new archetypes, but it just like supercharges the other archetypes that already exist, right? Like the discard, like Monument to Endurance was ridiculous. That Lotus Petal thing. These are all Tarkir cards. These are also all Tarkir cards. Yeah. But like there's some super enablers in that set. Like I think I got my collector box just sitting right here. Let's see, what could I find? Yeah, like Crypt Collar Chariot. Whenever you discard one or more cards, you make that many 2/2s. Like, that's ridiculous. Valor's Flagship is like an almost better Parhelion 3. Demonic Junker is an affinity for artifacts removal spell on a vehicle. Like, of course, all the goblins. I can't exclude the goblins. The Radiant Lotus is ridiculous. Of course, Ketramos allowed certain decks to just exist out of nowhere. I'm just looking through all these. The Last Ride is cool. The commander cards are all really sweet. I think that like the lands that have max speed are really good. Like being able to have like a soul land for free in your mana base. Yeah, exactly. Bright Glass Gearhulk, 4 mana CMC tutor for 2 is ridiculous. So many cool unique cards. I think people really wrote off the set because they just didn't really like the art and like the thematics of it. But I think that like a lot of times when you're playing, you kind of like gotta overlook the thematics of it. This hand's good. I'll try it. Look at the Thoughtseize on 1. What's the worst that could happen? But yeah, I think that the set overall was cool. I think that like it suffered a lot from like the surround, like the previous sets, right? Like if the hat sets of the past weren't so bad, people probably wouldn't look at it the way they look at it. But a lot of people just didn't want to even think about it being halfway decent. So we'll select you and then pay a black. Okay, they got Island, Spirebluff Canellan, or Saga, Memnite, Ornithopter, Pinnacle Emissary. Thoughtseize against these affinity decks on turn 1 has just felt so ridiculously good, because if they go first, they get all that stuff down. Now, they don't really have a hand that does anything. Kind of nasty, if you ask me. Now they can cast their Springleaf Drum, play their Ornithopter, but they might not even. They might just pass. Yeah, so now they have 1 power in play and 3 mana on turn 1. Let's go. We have a Surveil, so let's play the Skirk, leave up a Surveil, and pass. And what's crazy is we can wipe their board next turn with this Mob if we want to. I think this is the first time that I've seen Rakdos Goblins. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Or sister. They, them, whatever. But yeah, hell yeah. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I get to show you my favorite deck of all time, which is Rakdos Goblins. We're a turn 3 infinite combo deck that plays a bunch of tutors. It's such a cool deck, honestly. I have a great time every time I play it. We were talking about like pet decks, right? So it's just like important to find what you love, and this is what I love. Okay. Saga's not on 2, so we don't have to worry about any of that. Raucous Theater trigger. They're thinking about whether or not they want to bauble in response. They should not. They should wait to see if I leave it on top or bottom and then bauble me. Arena can go on top. Draw Arena, play Arena. If we exert, we can start to attack. I'm not really super scared of these creatures. I mean, a combo kill is the easiest way to win here. I think that if we just cast the Mogmop without exerting, we can have access to more mana next turn. Tox is my favorite mechanic so far. That's funny as hell. Honestly, that's pretty cool. 1 and 2. Let's do it like this. Shoot him. Then I'll yield through the turn. Swinging in. They still have Metalcraft from these 3. If they crack the bauble at the end step, they no longer have Metalcraft and can't activate the Saga in the upkeep. So it kind of forces them to keep it. They drew a land. Activate Saga? Is that all they're doing this turn? If so, I'm going to matron for Trash Master. But we'll see. We'll see what they're doing. They do. They just main phase, make a construct, and pass. Maybe. Cranial plating, sure. That's a good one. Let's go no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It equips for 1. This would be a 10-10. Of course, this is the number of artifacts right here. I don't even know what to count. 10-10. Interesting. If they grab a Swiftfoot Boots, they could potentially raise. What are the chances they have a Pithing Needle game 1? Pretty high, right? Could just grab an unsummon and do that. But we can do that like all in one turn next turn. We can't do it if we exert to a tap now. Yeah, it also tutors a 1-drop, you're right. Appreciate you. So I don't think we can take that hit and then we're in a pretty bad spot. We could just matron for a Trash Master this turn. Yeah, I mean, I like that. Let's matron for a trash man. If they have a pithing needle, they have a pithing needle. Oh, but we could just grab an unsummon. I'm so caught. Okay. Yes. All the trash masters in the board. Interesting. I guess we grab Crater Maker then. Crater Maker is not as good as Trash Master, but it can deal with one of the constructs. I guess we can haste them both next turn. Interesting. Really interesting spot. It doesn't have evasion. They could grab a Shadow Spear. If they grab a Shadow Spear, would I rather have a Kiki Jiki? I guess they give it Trample. What's the downside if we just grab Sting Scourger? Go to combat and attack. They got 18. Sack this for a red. Sack this for a red. Yes. Cast Sting Scourger. Yeah, I agree. Probably Shadow Spear. So we just need to like stop that. Then we'll pass it over. Like if we had a Harbinger or a Snoop, we definitely go for the combo, but because we don't have both pieces of it, it's not worth it. Yeah, if they grab Shadow Sphere, I feel pretty good about our choice now. Especially not having Lava Spur Boots is pretty good. They have they have 1 mana, so they can either give it haste or equip the cranial plating. They can't do both. If they give it haste, I jump with the Sting Scourger, so that's good anyways. Combat swing. Now we get to block. Opposed to having 2 constructs to deal with, we can deal with 1 much more effectively. They bobble us to get an extra card. That's fine. You can draw. Another land is interesting. Yeah, so that'll be 12, I believe, if they equip the construct with the cranial plating. No. 11. So let's just get the mob down. We're not going to exert. Blood Crypt tapped, pass it over. We can block and then shoot them for 3 to buy ourselves some time. Springleaf is fine. Ornithopter is also fine. Ooh, they can equip the cranial plating to that. That's pretty good. And I don't have enough power, or I don't have enough damage here to kill both the Ornithopters, which is kind of sad. Because now I'm definitely going to die in the air. Equip the cranial plating to a Thopter. But when they go to equip, they use their last mana. So they go to combat. They have double black. An interesting block. So then I can go attacks are okay. Block like this. Okay. before damage. This one and this one. Done. Pay for the ward. Pass through the turn. Let's see what we can find. Re-equip the boots to the construct? No. Put the cranial plating on the construct. And now put the boots on the construct. Okay. A Kiki Jiki. This would have been really good if I didn't block, but we needed to. Hardcast Kiki Jiki pass is very rarely the line. But in this game it is. Trying to think about sequencing. So if we, instead of playing the Mob early, played the Matron, it's tough because I feel like we played a lot of this game right. The Urza Saga single-handedly just like buried us. Not having the Trash Master in the main is huge. But I mean, this game was definitely lost if they got the Pinnacle Emissary down. Honestly, just unsummon the Kikijiki? No. Okay. I was going to say, I feel very dead if they unsummon this Kikijiki. Eight plus 7 is 16, I believe. Good game, opponent. Well played. We had to give ourselves a chance. Let's attack so we don't even have a window next turn to block. I want to give my opponent the catharsis of winning through combat damage. It feels really good. Well, it's got to send a message. Attack with the Kikijiki. Rawr. You see how angry he is? He's just an angry little guy. Just a chill guy. Let's heal through this turn. And Smacka. Okay. So there's a couple things that I want to bring in here. So Chalice definitely. Chalice is really good. Chalice on 0 especially is really good. Thoughtseize is good. Vile's really bad here. It's a slower card. Blood Moon's not as good against Urza Saga as it used to be. Trash Master is fantastic. Another munitions expert could be good. And Agatha's... I don't even know if we need the other munitions expert. I mean, it kills Ornithopters. They're playing like the old Affinity list that tries to put like stuff on everything. So, I mean, like these two cards could be good. We could trim a Ringleader. Oh, no, it's so wrong. It's so wrong. Every time I want to do that, I feel wrong. So what's bad against them? I really want this mob. Okay, trim a Ringleader. Cut a munitions expert, cut a munitions expert. Let's try like that. I would like to play first. I really want to see a Chalice. No Chalice, no Chalice. Cauldron, we really want to have a Mog Mob underneath it, just to make all of our creatures split bolts. Okay, this hand could be good. Bottom the second arena and the cavern, potentially. I really wanted to find a Chalice, but we weren't able to get there. Yeah, so we have a couple good targets. We have Trash Master, Crater Maker, Kiki Jiki, Sling Gang, Mob. Did I say Crater Maker? Yeah, I think so. But it's like mainly those activated abilities. But the number one we're looking for is Mob, so that all of our random 1/1s can become bolts. So we'll keep this. Anti-Salvo could let us play a Thoughtseize. Both these Arena Glories are not going to work because they both enter tapped. Anti-Salvo will show you a Snoop. Pass it over. Oh. Darksteel Citadel, the only artifact land remaining. Top deck Chalice would be so hot. Please, deck. Please, please, please. I mulliganed to 5, and I didn't even see 1. That probably means the odds are in my favor to find a Chalice on the top. Nope. It's okay. We can matron for a Harbinger, though, and just win. Goblin. I would like to cast this Goblin. Pass it over. Next 3 draws. I mean, there's the Thoughtseize on top. That's why we kept the Hovel. That should be really good versus them. And we could just try to like go as efficient. No, because if we go land, matron, Harbinger, then they could kill my Snoop. But if I go Thoughtseize, Agatha's, next turn matron, that gives me more turns to figure out what they're trying to do in their game and their hand, what their hand is trying to pan out as. If they have a Pinnacle Emissary here, plating is fine. It's not as scary as I thought. Thoughtcast is fine. Another Bauble's fine. I guess it's their first Bauble. At their end step, it's good. We'll go to mine. Draw. Not a Harbinger on top. Goblin. I think we just want to be safe in Thoughtseize. They could have a Kappa Cannoneer. Metallic Rebuke. Okay, so they got Stone Cold, nothing. Played the Agathas. Yield. We don't really need to eat anything out of their graveyard because they don't really do stuff like that. Pass it over. They play a Darksteel. So they drew another card. 6/2. It's a 3-turn clock. I'm just barely going to outrace that. Chalice on top. Not quite good enough for what we're trying to do. Play the matron. Okay. Yes, I would like to grab a Harbinger. Land on top still. Play this on Goblin. Yield through the turn and attack. I mean, I died to a second cranial plating, which is crazy. We get 2 extra draws. A Springleaf Drum is 1. A tapped Spire Bluff Canal is their second card, so we know their hand is Island Metallic Rebuke. play a fetch land, play the Harbinger. Trigger. I would like to put a Kiki on top, please. Could have put a Trash Master on top just to make sure we don't lose this game. But I would like to do this crazy thing. Again, doing crazy things is more fun. Three, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Okay, yes. Put a Mob on top. And not with the original, but with these ones. I would like to bolt you. 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 This is put you to 10, put you to 7, put you to 6, and then I attack. And if I need to, I can throw the last one. Really good game. Okay. Even with the mulligan to the chalice failing, we were still able to turn 3 uncounterable. Who said Splinter Twin was playable, right? Like, come on. Goblins even got a turn 3 combo in this meta, or in this format. It's insane. I will say Cavern is the MVP of most of the games that I play, because Counter Magic is so strong right now, because both Modern and Legacy are very combo heavy. Everybody's forced to play Counter Magic. And so my combo deck plays 4 Cavern, 4 Vile, which just plays around Counter Magic really well. Would have never expected burn out of Goblins. Hell yeah, that's what we like to hear. We can't keep this hand because it's got both our Kiki-Jikis in it. It's like a hard mulligan whenever you have both Kikis in your hand. Sometimes I like to test just to see like what could happen, but it never really goes well. Thoughtseize on the draw is not the greatest. Although this hand does have double snoot. No Cavern. I mean, the Thoughtseize is strong, but can it carry us? Probably not. We can go like Snoop, Matron. We don't even have our guaranteed third land. And if we play the Raucous Theater on 1, we can't even Thoughtseize before we Snoop. We could Snoop then Thoughtseize, I guess. So let me think about this. So if we go turn 1 Raucous Theater, look for a Harbinger or a land. Find a land, keep the land, draw. Play our Snoop on turn 2. Turn 3, play our land, Matron. Turn 4, we go Thoughtseize Skirk, or Thoughtseize backup Snoop. The following turn, we go Harbinger and win. I don't think that beats them on the play, though. Does Chalice even help us, though? They could dump all... They saw Chalice, so they're going to play all their 0 drops as soon as they can. I'm going to try it. Oh, but all that math was with all these cards. The only one we didn't really need in this situation is Skirks. Let's try it like this. They just pass. This would have been a great situation for us to have gone mulligan, hard mulligan for a Chalice. Harbinger's on top. We're going to keep that. Now we wish we had that Skirk. Play Saga. Just pass. There's the bauble. There's an ornithopter and a mox opal. But we could have gone to 5 and still not found the chalice and still lost. So I feel good about where we are. Do we play Snoop? Or do we Thoughtseize? So we have to... If we Thoughtseize first, right? No, I think I just died of this Urza Saga as fast as humanly possible. Mountain Snoop. They're going to counter this. That's why we have the backup. Slinging on top, so he cannot combo next turn. Okay. So it goes to 2. That's not auto yield. There we go. See what they're going to do. Springleaf Drum's fine. They can tap their Ornithopter for 1 mana, but I don't think that's really worth it. Combat is not what we're going to be doing. Attacks, no. End of combat, yes. Make a construct. That's fine. Second main. We're going to play this munitions because if there's a land on top, we have the potential to win next turn. They're going to counter this. They dismember my Snoop in response. Okay. I mean, that's fine. Target this, but it doesn't do anything. Yes. Because we have a chump blocker. Next turn, we can go land, play Snoop, plus Thoughtseize. I guess they have a Pithing Needle now after game 2, or game 1. They definitely brought in a Pithing Needle. Kill the Snoop in the upkeep? No. What am I saying? There's no Snoop. Kill the munitions in the upkeep. They could grab Boots. Boots is 7s. Block 1. Take 7, go to 12. And then even if I go... Yeah, it's lethal next turn. I guess we could have taken the Dismember if we Thoughtseized first. But I don't think that's worth it. Oh, never mind. I just die immediately. Good game, opponent. Really well played. Yeah, so we had some interesting turns there. If we would have drawn a land, woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? Opponent had the Dismember and the Whip Flare, so they just played it really well. Let's play Arena of Glory. Play the Snoop. Sling Gang. Let's Thoughtseize them. To die. To die on our own terms. Boom. Well played, opponent. Okay, that was really close. That's how I like to play Magic. Win or lose. You're having fun. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fire up another one. Jump right back in. So you know what? There was things that we did right. We did wrong. The only way that you learn is you make those mistakes. You lose those games. And then act stronger for next time. Let's see how long we've been streaming. Is this patch done? Okay, good. What is this? This is usually the patch window. Interesting. Let's see how long we've been streaming for. All right, just about an hour. You know what? I've been sick the last couple days, so I'm going to call it there. Really appreciate you watching. Thank you so much for being here. We stream every day. It was 10 o'clock p.m. CST, but I'm trying to stream a little bit earlier, 7, 8, 9 o'clock, depending if I go to the LGS to play Magic after work. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy Goblins content, if you enjoy listening to me ramble, hit like and subscribe. Easiest way to support the channel, and it's free. If you want to do more, support the channel, $1 a month.